Hi guys, it's Jeff at the Systems Lab here again, and we are sort of expanding our analysis here on Bitcoin, US dollar, 30-minute charts. We're looking at 2023 data again, and this is Bitstamp data. And this is sort of our base system here, 81R we've talked about before, 400 trades, and an expectancy of about 0.2. So some nice looking numbers really for 2023. But I wanted to point out a couple other things that we can do from an analysis point of view. So I'm going to double click on the dashboard here, which is just a shortcut to pull up the strategy settings. And I want to go down here and we're going to mess with this time window here again. But we're actually going to do it not from a timing point of view, but from a day of the week point of view, because in the past couple of videos, we've done some filtering on time, but that time, because we're on 24/7 crypto data means that we'll be trading over the weekend as well. So what happens here if we were to say only look at trades that would happen during the week? What if we wanted to avoid the weekends altogether? How would we do that? Well, if you hover over this little eye, it gives you some examples of different ways that you can set up the timings and the system sessions. And this includes day of week. You can see right at the end there, it says we put a colon and then there's a code of 1 to 7, where 1 is Sunday and 7 is Saturday. So let's look at this in practice. Now, I'm actually not going to do any time window restriction here. So I'm going to say from midnight, which is represented by 0000, and then dash. So midnight, and I'm going to say the whole day. So 23:59. And now if I put a colon and I say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what that means is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's weekdays. Okay. And now, in order for that to be active, even though it flashes, in order for it to be active, I need to click this little tick box here. And what this window does is it overtakes anything that's in these two boxes. So these are ignored when there's anything in this override window, okay? So let's just zoom this out and look a bit closer. And what you'll see is that here, this is Monday. You can see the whole shaded area goes all the way through until Saturday for sort of early morning. So that's kind of because of the time zone that I was set for. So we can tweak that and align that. Let's have a quick look at the numbers. And we can see that our expectancy is, what is it, down a bit. Our net profit's about in half. And the rest of the numbers are probably kind of similar. I can't remember exactly. So one thing I want to do straight away, just to make this alignment make sense to me, this is based on a New York time zone. And if I wanted it to make sense to me and I'm in London, I can say pick London. And now you'll see our numbers here probably aren't going to change that much. Yeah, that's about the same. But the time zone, the shaded area, lines up exactly with basically midnight on Monday through until, midnight, I don't know, Saturday or Friday night. So we get the full 5 days there. Now, one other thing we can do here is if we do kind of the opposite. So what if we just looked at the weekends? Like what would happen if we only traded this on the weekends? So now instead of doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I do the opposite, which is 1 and 7. So that represents Sunday is 1 and Saturday is 7. So now I hit OK, and we'll see our shaded area essentially inverts. So we're only looking at sort of midnight, Saturday morning through until, midnight Sunday evening. And then from a trade point of view, I thought this was interesting as well. 135 trades, so not too many. Net profit of 42 and an average trade of 0.3. So it actually appears when we look at it through this lens that the system is performing better on just the 2 days on the weekends. It's basically half of the original values that we saw. Now it looks like there's a couple of big trades in here. So maybe this one this one here, I suppose. So maybe that's making up a good chunk of it. But if we were to say, turn this off again just quickly, just to see the numbers change, I'll turn my restriction off and we're back to 81 R with a 0.2 R expectancy. So basically, my conclusion sort of on this is that, half of the net profit comes from the weekdays, and then half comes from the Saturday and Sunday on the weekend. So if you wanted to be a weekend only crypto trader, then maybe that's a way. Anyway, another way of looking at things. So hopefully that's interesting, guys, and encourage you to experiment for yourself. All right, catch you in the next video. Cheers.